Oh, we live, baby. We live.
Oh shit.
I didn't do the banner. My bad.
I'm just like, oh shit. Well, let me put my goddamn drugs away. Uh, Hello everybody. This is the Ish We Talk. I am Lee, the hostess with the mostest. I am with my co-host, the do all be all. Again, I say it all the time, and I'm gonna say it one more time. If it wasn't for her, we would not be here doing what we're doing. So, give a round of applause for Lindsay.
Hi.
Today we don't have Breezy Bree. She's under the weather, so we're gonna give a shout out to Breezy Bree. Hope you get well soon. But we do have a special guest with us. She's our people. We love her. We hate her. We can't do nothing but keep her around. This is Cuzzo Ashley.
Whoop, 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 whoop. What up, y'all?
Okay, you're gonna hate me, but yeah, I'll take it.
What?
Can you do that again?
Stop it.
What? We having technical difficulties.
I no, not difficulties. It's just user error. I didn't turn it on.
Okay.
I turned on YouTube and not the backing. So
Okay.
so we're
All right,
we're
okay.
fully recording now.
We're fully recording now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. We've been going through some minor technical issues, people. But again, this is the Ish We Talk. I am Lily, the host that really doesn't know what's going on in the show. That's why I have this lovely co-host to do all be all again that pushes all the buttons and whistles. Lindsay.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Bree is not here. She is under the weather. Get well soon, Breezy. Come back and talk some shit like we always do. And again, this is the Ish We Talk. We have a special guest. Our fam. We love her. We hate her. We do whatever. She just stays around for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe she thinks she gonna get some money if we get famous. Ashley, what's popping?
What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. What's up, fam?
All right, let me get the big things out of the way. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. What's good, you ugly motherfuckers? We got some shit we talking about today.
Yeah. We sure do. Um, yeah, but happy to see Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Yeah. Um, so the first thing that we should go on ahead and get into is R. Kelly being sentenced. So R. Kelly got 30 years in a New York court. This is the second conviction, I believe, because he just got convicted not too long ago in another court, right?
Did he get
So
convicted yet?
I believe so. Drop in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the second conviction. But this ain't gonna be the last one because I believe he got another one coming up.
Yeah, he got some real shit coming up.
Yeah. So because they hit him with a few charges in a few states. So um but yeah, he got 30 years. Uh any thoughts on the 30 years?
Uh, well, I think everybody that follows me knows that I've been adamant on this ever since I knew he was going to trial over it because a lot of people have been like trying to go to bat for him. But I just want to say he deserves every bit of 30 years for what he was doing. I wish he would do a lot more because what he was messing with young boys and young girls. So He's a monster. Regardless of we want to say the parents helped him and he had a team, he's still a monster. So, yeah, I applauded that he got 30 years, and I don't understand what's wrong with these Chester ass dudes out here that still got R. Kelly's back. Now, don't get me wrong, R. Kelly is a great musician. R. Kelly is a great songwriter. R. Kelly has songs that not only move my generation, move my grandmother's generation. So I have to give respect for the talent. I will not give respect to the man, and that's just what it is. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can kiss my black ass.
Yeah, I mean that in a nutshell, absolutely. I saw somebody kind of worded pretty well. I'm gonna paraphrase. They're just basically was saying uh that they happy he got sentenced, the not the boy that was abused, not the musical genius, but the predator. And I was like, yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like he's the epicenter of the situation because the situation is way bigger than just him. I feel like he's not the only one that benefited from this situation. Uh, but he's definitely the epicenter. But when you're the epicenter, that doesn't mean that other things shouldn't get hit or don't get hit in the process. So I feel like other people should get hit. Like he did not work alone, you know.
Right.
So yeah. So I definitely am one of those people that feel like there's other people that should get hit, but they got the epicenter, and that's what it is. They got the epicenter. Ashley, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think he got the appropriate sentence. Um, and you think about what happened, and you put aside what he's done that really make you focus in, on exactly how fucked up he is. So, I think a lot of people probably get caught up in the fact that he's R. Kelly and, probably disagree and things like that. But yeah, I think he got the appropriate sentence because he been doing it for a long time and it's fucked up how many people he affected by it too. So, yep.
Yeah.
I wish that all the people that was doing that fucked up shit, or even the people killing people, would get the same kind of sentence. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people have tried to make that argument, like, oh, people that kill people get lesser sentences and stuff like that. But I mean, that's not to say that this ain't a horrible thing, because it is a horrible thing, and you kind of kill the person's right to have a semi-normal life when you abuse them. So
I mean, if in some cases, if you think about it, the things that R. Kelly is accused of, some people will say it's worse than death
right.
because he stripped
You
away
gotta live.
not only innocence, but they stripped away any trust towards somebody in his stature, let alone destroy people. A lot of young girls' dreams because
Yeah.
they came to him with dreams and aspirations of being an artist, and they just end up becoming victims.
Right. Right. And I believe that the judge touched on that with the sentencing. So um it's an unfortunate situation, but people have tried to make that argument. Uh People have tried to make that argument about it not being murder. But like you said, it is killing a part of them, and it can be looked at as worse. I think it can be worse. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like you're killing part of you're killing part of them, and then they have to live with that for the rest of their life. So that can be worse. Especially if you don't get no help, that can be worse.
Yeah.
So and then we're talking about Black people, and we know how the stigma is with Black people and mental health and getting help and all that kind of stuff. So it can most definitely be worse. But yeah. So we found out right before we went live that R. Kelly is on suicide watch, but he's suing the prison for putting him on suicide watch as a form of punishment. Yeah. What are y'all thoughts about that?
Hey, if he want to be in general pop with everybody else, so he can sing and dance and still be praised as R. Kelly the talent. All right, cool. Just know after a while that's gonna get old, man. You're gonna have to follow the line and do the rest of the shit that all them niggas do in prison, and you probably ain't gonna want to do it. I ain't saying you're gonna get ass fucked or anything like that, but it is rules and regulations you're gonna have to follow. That R. Kelly talent shit is gonna fade. So you probably want to be MPC or under suicide watch, and just after a while for your own protection.
Excuse me. Yeah, I thought they was looking out for him by isolating him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he probably trying to play it off. He probably really been put away to be protected, and he trying to play it off. And he probably trying to go against, you know what I'm saying? That he already fucked, so he probably trying to get a little bit of something back.
It could be a money grab, especially because how they was talking is he, all this time he's been in jail and paying for lawyers and all that. That really did put a drain on his funds, and he's probably trying to get some extra funds because a lot of people don't know if you have paper and you can talk to the right people, you can buy a cool spot to be at in prison.
Point.
So maybe that's a loophole. I knew somebody who Sally was a well-off dude, and he was wondering why he was like, why you want me in the cell? He was like, because you non-violent. So I made sure that I get a non-violent person that to be my cellie. You pay for that.
Oh wow. Wow.
So,
yeah, I mean, he does change a lot of things when it comes to the court system. That is a fact. That is most definitely a fact. But yeah, and we do know that R. Kelly ain't got no money. Yeah. Last I heard, he was trying to sell his catalog, and didn't nobody want to buy it. So,
well, see, I meant that's a mistake. I would buy the shit out of R. Kelly's catalog.
I would too. Not even gonna front.
Yeah, if that shit got up, I would have pulled money out of ball from everybody. It'd been 30 years owning that bitch.
Yeah, because what is undeniable is people are still gonna play his music.
Exactly.
Still
gonna get played.
Still
Elvis married a 16-year-old girl. That nigga is loved by white men to this day.
Just had a movie about his life come out last week, I think.
Just had a movie come out.
Yeah.
So, nigga,
I love
I would get that bitch. I would, boy, listen.
Yeah.
I'll be getting that nigga's royalties every day and sending him thank you cards every month in the mail.
Just to piss him off.
Just to piss him off.
Yeah.
Your body's calling for me.
Right.
Sincerely yours, nigga.
Right. Do you want to know what the most stream was this month? So I wish. Yeah. I bet you do wish right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even gonna front out because folks are still gonna play their music. folks is gonna rationalize separating the man from the music and continue to play his music. And I mean, as much as you want to hate the man, you can't deny that the music was good.
Exactly.
You know,
I
the
wanted
music
to.
didn't just automatically turn bad just because you found out he was a bad person. The music is still gonna
Right.
be good.
Right.
So,
Because when this first happened, I was adamant on people not giving this man a dime and not buying no more music. But then I had to think about it. Like, I can't really deny R. Kelly's talent. I can deny being cool with him being a monster.
right,
You know,
right,
like I had a discussion with one of my white homeboys, and I was like, for instance, like the Star Spangled Banner. Everybody done sung that. People of color, white people, Asians, Samoan, everybody done sung this. Because for some people, when they think about America and the Star Spangled Banner, it makes them feel a certain way. So you cannot deny the song. Now, the dude that wrote the song was a horrible man and a racist. Nobody gives a fuck about him, though. It's just the way
right.
the song makes you feel. So I cannot deny anybody from listening to R. Kelly music. It's some music that I love from R. Kelly. I still am a fan of I Believe We Can Fly. I've watched so many of my nieces and my friends' children's graduate from that, and it made me feel a certain way. So
Yeah,
it just is what it is.
yeah, yeah. Like that was a staple for a lot of graduations after that song came out. Um, I was just talking to somebody and we were just talking about all the graduation songs like Heal the World, Hero, uh, I Believe I Can Fly. It was another one. I forgot. But those was like staples. And even after those allegations came out about Michael Jackson, we sung Heal the World at my graduation, my 5th grade graduation. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't nobody thought twice about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what they're not gonna do is they're not gonna play I Believe I Can Fly no more.
No, they're not. And then it's a catch-22 with Michael Jackson because everybody is gonna say what they say, but you know, even the dude that he paid all that the young man he paid all that money to back in the day, even once statutes of limitations was up for him, he went on and said that he lied about a lot of shit.
Yeah, but I'm talking about back then. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in 5th grade in the 90s. You know what I mean? So that was
Yeah.
like right, and we sung that song like right after the whole drama of those allegations. You know, like he never went to court, in criminal court.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, those allegations were huge. So, but nobody thought twice about maybe we shouldn't sing Heal the World this year. You know what I mean? Like it was nobody second thinking that. But what they not gonna do is play I Believe I Can Fly from here on out.
Nah,
So,
they not.
yeah. But it definitely was a staple for a point in time.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I still play I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't be at a
Yeah.
kid's fucking graduation though, because goddamn, that's just be like, who selected this song? Be that weird ass nigga in the back smiling at all the kids, like nigga, fuck no.
Right,
This
right,
nigga
right.
does not have a job next year.
I'm not even gonna front like when that documentary, when the first part aired, I was like, this is horrible. This is damning. I really don't like, and I never was the person that just turned on R. Kelly like that. Like, I may have bought like 1 or 2 albums, but I never was like that diehard R. Kelly fan. But it was just something in me that wanted to play I Believe I Could Fly. And I tried to fight it for like 2 days straight. And I was just like, you know what? I can't. And I had to play I Believe I Could Fly. And that mug is still a powerful song. Like you just can't just you just can't deny that song as much as you want to.
You know the song that I have turmoil with playing, but I love is a Bad Man. Because I'm like, oh, I can't. He was really telling me he was fucked up.
Which song is that?
You don't remember that song where he was like, I was raised in these streets, born in these streets? That shit.
The song where he's pretty much confessing?
Yeah. I'm a bad man.
Yeah.
Not ashamed of it. I love that song. At the same time, I'm like, this fucking genius of a stupid dude was telling us he was fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Everybody was like, when that song came out, everybody was like, the nerve of this nigga, like, for real. Yeah.
That nigga said, yea, though I walk in the valley of these streets, I should not fear these streets, because I run these streets. I said, this nigga's crazy. I said, damn, this nigga did run the streets.
That's what I was about to say. He like legit did.
He ran the street. He still runs the streets. These weird ass niggas is still like free R. Kelly. Like, nigga, no, this nigga's a monster.
That and like if you go to Chicago, you speak to anybody that lives in Chicago, they like, yeah, we've been knowing this shit. If y'all been knowing this shit, how come nobody ever did anything about it? Like, I don't understand. Like, why was this like a known thing and y'all just like, it's him? Like, I don't get it. Huh?
People always want to make their champions perfect, man.
Yeah.
They want to.
I'm like, y'all got other people.
He was Chicago's champion.
Y'all got mad other people from Chicago. Y'all got a lot of things to be proud of. Why this one y'all didn't take out?
Chicago champion. And then hands down, like I said, talent-wise, phenomenal. Like one of the greatest songwriters ever.
Yeah. Like legit.
And like R. Kelly not only was a talent for himself, he was a talent for everybody else. And then you got to think he revived niggas' careers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really did. He really did. Because there was a whole generation that was not checking for Mr. Big. So,
hell no.
Yeah.
That nigga walked in with a black clay face and start thinking of R. Kelly, and next thing you know, motherfuckers knew about it. Motherfuckers didn't even know Mr. Big was Ron Isley. They didn't know about the Isley brothers. They just was calling this nigga Mr. Big like he decided at 65 he wanted to be a singer.
Right. Like he had a whole legacy before Mr. Big. Right. And then they put his name like Ron Isley, aka Mr. Big. Like that's how he was like being introduced and shit. Like he took on a whole persona. And then Charlie Murphy too. Like, I mean, not Charlie Murphy. God, R.I.P. to Charlie Murphy. Charlie Wilson. Yeah, because Charlie last name Wilson, you couldn't escape that song.
Mm-mm.
Yep, and that was R. Kelly pen right there. So. And again, you got a whole generation of folks who didn't know who Charlie Wilson was. So
it's the thing, like, yeah, don't just not I can't deny the talent of his musical ear. But again, this ain't about his talent. This is about, you know, him doing the things he do, which I didn't even know that you could not take somebody from one state to another state for sexual acts. Like they charged him for that, and I was like, "Nigga, that's an actual charge." Like, nigga, everybody then took a bitch to Vegas to fuck, like, or somewhere. Like, but all she got to do is be like, "I didn't really like that for real," and the motherfucker can get charged.
I think it falls under the whole underage part, and then the consent part as well. Like if you take a bitch to Vegas to fuck and she's okay with it, I don't think that's a crime. And she's of age to give consent. I don't think that's a crime there.
I'm just saying, I didn't. When I was hearing the charges, I was like, what? Taking somebody to another state to perform sexual acts? I'm like, they charged him for that? They didn't say minor. They just said someone.
Maybe
Yeah. Huh?
A bundle package.
It's a bundle package of charges.
Right. They just threw that shit in. They like, we're gonna charge him this.
We're gonna throw that in for free.
We're gonna charge that nigga for wearing white on Labor Day. We're gonna charge that nigga for stepping on stage and his pants was unzipped. We're charging him for all that shit.
Sure.
Remember that time he got on BET Awards and he had his right foot on his right shoe on his left foot? Yeah, we charging him for that shit. We charging this nigga for everything.
Right. We just gonna throw that in.
That nigga mask stink. We charging him for a stinky ass mask.
Man, they threw a lot of shit in there, but I mean, and they did it like right before the statute of limitations was out. So, like they had like 2-3 days left.
Damn.
And they ended up getting them. Yep. Yeah. And I want to say it was like 4 people and it was like 3 women and 1 man or some shit like that. Because 1 man did come forward. So, but that nigga did it. Yep. It is what it is.
Kels.
What'd you say, Ash?
Thanks for the music, Kels.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for the music. Not the trauma, nigga.
Right.
Do your time, nigga.
Basically. So that's that. So the next thing is I know I'm gonna butcher this name. Ghislaine Maxwell. She also got sentenced to 20 years. If anybody doesn't know who that is Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend who assisted him with his drug trafficking empire. She got 20 years. So a lot of people feel like she should have gotten more. But yeah, she got 20 years for that empire. She did assist in getting the women and the girls to be a part of this sex trafficking empire. But we all know that allegedly Jeffrey Epstein had all these high profile clientele, and once he went down, or once he was arrested, before he even was like put on trial or anything like that, he turned up dead. They're trying to say he had committed suicide, but of course, with all the facts in that quote unquote, it looks like it wasn't no suicide. So it is a bunch of theories on what happened and the reason behind them happening. So after she got sentenced, she got put on suicide watch as well. But a lot of people are comparing her to R. Kelly, saying that she only got 20 years and she had a whole empire, or she assisted in a whole empire as well. Why did R. Kelly get more than her? I have a feeling she talked. I have a feeling that she gave a name or two or more, because that was an extremely high profile case as well. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I don't know how long that it's been going, how long they've been having their empire or whatever. I barely even know about the case. I just looked it up, so I don't know too much about what's going on with it, period. But I think if it's about the same shit that R. Kelly was doing, it should be the same sentence. But again, like I said, I don't know how long they've been having the empire or the true details on that. So, yeah.
I mean, my thing is, R. Kelly was the head of the snake, and so he can't tell on nobody for real to get time off. I do believe that because of certain information that she do know, and they were privy to get out of her, they gave her a reduced sentence because you know if she didn't say anything, like if she like stood her ground and was like a quote unquote real nigga, they would have threw the book at her.
Just on the strength
They
of
would have gave her everything they can give her.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it could
She
just on the
has
strength.
white privilege going on there.
You said what good?
I said she could have a little white privilege going on there. I don't know.
That ain't even white privilege. That's mouth privilege. That's you know what I'm saying, the power of the tongue. She talked that talk. She talked on the people she needed to talk on. And especially with this government, what they gonna do is they gonna put that shit in the bag and they gonna say, hey, you do this or you do this and you do that, or this can come out.
Or it could be because she did not talk on why she got her sentence the way that she did. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not gonna act like Jeffrey Epstein didn't have like some extremely powerful people in his Rolodex. You know what I'm saying? So it could be because she did not give names that they went on ahead and just gave her 20 years. And because she, like you said, wasn't the head of the snake. So I mean, it could be both ways. It could be because she did give a name or two, or it could be because she did not give a name or two. We won't know. I don't think that's ever gonna come out. So um yeah, but you're absolutely right. Like R. Kelly is the head of the snake. So there is nobody for him to tell on.
Yeah, so she got what, know what I'm saying? Like you said, it could be two different ways, but either way, she's messed up too. She's a monster. She was leading girls to slaughter, like
yeah.
From how it came out, and it's crazy that her and her dude knew all these people of power, and they were in this island. And this island is where they were smuggling little girls and letting people have their way with them. And like, this ain't no accusation. This for real. This is what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
That shit in a nutshell is crazy as fuck. Like, sometimes we have to realize like what type of soap opera we live in. And you know what I'm saying, in America, where shit like this is not only possible, it's feasible for the rich.
Mm-hmm.
They could be like, oh no, I could get away with this easily. He got people that were just coming through like, oh yeah, I want that little girl right there, and just having their way and then going back to their normal ass life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's some crazy shit.
And see, that's what I'm saying. If they was doing something that damn bad, R. Kelly wasn't doing that bad. You know what I mean? These girls was kind of like almost willing and kind of knowing what was going on. They wasn't just snatching. He wasn't just snatching them up. That sounds really horrific how you describing it. Again, I don't know the case and the details of the case, but that just sounds horrific. But
yeah, I mean, you can't put a Libra scale on molestation and being a predator. Like, you might have did most shit, but y'all should still equal out as fucking monsters. So you can't really, I guess you can't really be that kind of like, well, R. Kelly didn't do that, because when you say when you put stuff like that in the air, you kind of make it seem like, somebody should be lenient on a predator. Like, we can't be lenient, but what we can do is like Lindsay said, like, hey, she knew people with power. They knew they was gonna give her time. This is much as this is what they gave her to make her feel cool. Or she gave up some people and that's you know what I'm saying, just how they do in the mafia. You talk, man, we do this too. We give you this instead of this. Like, either way, her sentence is valid because it takes a monster out of there. However way she did it, it did take a monster out of there. With R. Kelly, like I said, he's the head of the snake. He don't have no information to give nobody. So they just gonna pin him down for what they can pin him down for. Plus, he broke. He ain't got no money to get out of 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no money. All his money went to the lawyers. And they only could give him 30 years.
So,
yeah, so basically what you're saying is that there's no levels when it comes to being a predator.
Yeah.
And that's not what I was saying about having levels of being a predator. But why should you get less time because you throwing out names? If your situation with the act you doing is worse, then you should get the time for that, not because you snitching. And now you getting less time. So,
well, to be totally 100, she was serving them up. She wasn't fucking them. You know, R. Kelly was. I hate to say it because that sounds vulgar when it comes to kids, but like this is what the R. Kelly was. She was helping the monster and becoming a monster. R. Kelly is the monster. Like, so it's just one of them. I don't know. I can't really. It's so many loopholes and ins and outs of the judicial system. Either way, because if it was just street justice, both of them should be hung up somewhere. But you can't really explain the judicial system sometimes. And I hope I say that shit right because I don't be knowing how to talk half the time.
No, I get what you're saying. Because in your scenario, the people that because it wasn't even Epstein that was doing it. It was his organization that was allowing people to come there and pay him a service, even though this service was a fucked up service, Right. So in your scenario, the ones that should get the most time was the ones that was actually committing the act.
Yes.
So it would be the clientele in regards to Jeffrey Epstein that would get equivalent time to what R. Kelly got.
Yeah.
So in your scenario, Epstein and his girlfriend would probably get equivalent time to probably what his security guard would get. R. Kelly's security guard would get. Yeah.
Exactly. If they were going to do that, yep. Because although he didn't perform the act, he knew something was going on.
Right. Exactly. Because you can't get me to believe that them damn security guards wasn't assisting.
Right.
No. So, but all this is alleged because we ain't got no money to be getting sued.
Yeah, allegedly that's what the security was doing.
Right.
But real shit, that's what she was doing.
Right. Exactly. And it's all fucked up because it all led to fucked up crimes. Just who actually was doing the biggest crime or the ultimate crime, rather. Because they're all crimes. So, but yeah, with that whole island thing, I guess the island didn't have any I guess they didn't have no jurisdiction or anything like that. Or you couldn't have done
something like that.
Yeah. Man, you gotta be one fucked up individual to come up with a master plan like that. Like, how come they can't use their evil for good?
Right. International waters type shit. Like, it's funny the shit you can pull off of international waters. Laws get once they say you're in international waters, laws get very lenient.
Yeah. Right, because it's like, who can charge you at that point, So, yeah. So, that happened as well. So I hope she serves every bit of that 20 years because she's trifling as well. And just how can you sit and just be okay with that shit? Like, just what's going on and you just okay. Like, you got to be one horrible individual to just sit back and be like, okay, I'll go along with it. So, but,
sick people.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that sentencing. Okay, so let's go to something a little light. All right, so so there was this post that went viral with the Miss International Queen pageant, and their costumes were on display. Now these costumes with other countries were extremely elaborate. They were beautiful. They had a story to tell with the costumes, and yeah, they went viral this past week. Reason why it went viral had nothing to do with any other country but the United States. So I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna view them. So give me 2 seconds to pull it up. As soon as the computer wants to cooperate with me, it'll be pulled up.
While she doing that, I just want to give a shout out to all of the countries that actually put like amazing thought into the costumes. They were elaborate. They were nice. Some of them represented just the state. I mean, excuse me, the country. Some represented um, things of heritage from them. It was dope. And then America proved that we the nigga that eat pastry.
I mean, like legit. Okay. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is Brazil. I'm not gonna read the explanation of the costumes because they really do go into detail.
Right.
I'm sure you can Google it. So but this is Brazil. Theirs is Nossa Senhora Aparecida. Excuse me, because I know I'm gonna butcher these names. Cambodia is Sovan Tempe Moni Sakur.
It's like Tupac.
Canada is right. I was thinking that too. Canada is Snow Owl. Didn't even know that was a thing that existed. But Colombia is Goddess of Gold. Ecuador is Hummingbird Coruscans. France is the Moroccan. Or no, I said that wrong. The macaroon. Honduras is the national bird of Honduras. Looks like a peacock.
Mm-hmm.
India is our Donar Vara Sanskrit. Indonesia is the story of Samudra Mantana. Japan is the Japanese identity. Korea is Hanbok. Laos is the lightship of Laos. Malaysia is the melody of Borneo. Mexico is Aztec jewel of Tanant Zen. Paraguay is Pajaro Choguay. It's a Choguay bird. Peru is Senchi Kalpa, the sun warrior. Philippines is it's fuchsia wearing fuchsia. I thought that was pretty dope. Puerto Rico is Guardian of the Bay. Those colors are beautiful. Taiwan is the Taiwan flag. I thought this was pretty elegant, but it's simple compared to the other ones.
It's still 100 times.
Thailand is the oh yeah, absolutely. Thailand is the fight of Garuda and Naga. And the USA is Wonder Woman. So I'm gonna read this one. It says she is representing strength and feminine power to find justice for all. Yeah.
At the time we just ended Roe versus Wade. That's what that
right.
Was.
Right. That's what they chose. Yeah. Venezuela is Madame del Calio. Vietnam is Golden Grain. Brazil is Nosa. Oh no, this is starting over. Okay.
Yeah, this is starting over.
So yeah. So yeah. So to go back to this fuck shit right here. What are y'all thoughts?
First off, America. Don't disrespect Wonder Woman like that. Wonder Woman ain't even from America, nigga. Wonder Woman is from Paradise Island. If we're just gonna go there, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what y'all chose, America. This bitch ain't even from here.
No, she's not.
What are y'all doing?
She's from the land of Amazon women.
Like, yeah, Amazons ain't even here.
Nope.
God, like sometimes I just wonder, like how much on the spectrum is some of our people of power.
And then this legit looks like they got it from Party City, or they ordered it off of Amazon. Like
nobody made this except, and it's funny, somebody made it in China.
Oh wow! See, this don't even look as good as the movies. This don't even look as good as the version that Serena Williams did in the commercial. Like, what? What are we?
Like a Wonder Cowgirl.
A Wonder Cowgirl. And you're right.
Wonder Woman Cowgirl put together.
You're
like she looked like a cowgirl, and then with a little Wonder Woman cape on.
Yeah.
And the way the way they got her posing,
I'm
just like, oh my God, man. Like what? Which one of y'all was like, we about to kill? Like, nigga, you high. Like, you can
I want to know what the runner-up was. That's what I want to know is what was the runner-up? Like, what were the options? And how many people voted? And who gave the people the clearance to vote? Like, what type of credentials did you need to vote? Was this opened up to the public? I have questions that I want answers for. Excuse me, because this shit was trifling, and especially compared to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Especially compared to everybody else. We just opened up Amazon and was like, let's go to costumes. Let's go to American costumes.
They paid $84 for this.
They really did. And free shipping on Amazon Prime. Yeah. So like this was some bullshit. And they just was like posed, and she may have watched half of one Wonder Woman movie and was like, like
it's like that ain't even how Wonder Woman poses. Everything about this is off. She looked like the white equivalent of remember in Coming to America when he was like, "What type of dogs do you like?" Whatever you like, sire. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this was bad. This was bad. So yeah, this went viral this past week, and for obvious reasons, because this is some bullshit. This is some straight up bullshit. Like,
Power to the people.
I
We could
guess
have
so.
did so much stuff. We could have did the bald eagle. We could have did the whole
Statue of Liberty. A lot of people
Statue
say.
of Liberty. We could have did the Boston lady, you know, with the worker lady from back in the day where she used to put her
Oh,
arms up like we can do it. And
uh-huh.
it's
We
so many
definitely
things.
did that. That was from World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could have did Mount Rushmore, you know. There's a lot of things that could have been represented for the USA. Um, yeah,
That's whack.
yeah. They chose a fictional character that backstory ain't even from the USA.
Newsflash.
Hell, it could have been Captain Marvel. If we was gonna
It
do
could have been Captain Marvel.
yeah.
Could have been it could have been anybody. They could have picked fucking Rogue. If y'all could have picked anybody from
Man.
America.
Right. Right. Like this shit just did not make sense at all. It just did not make sense. But what can you
Which
do?
proves and you in high school, USA goes to sped classes.
Yeah, they definitely not playing with a full deck on this one. Yeah. So yeah, that's that's the what is this pageant called? The Miss International Queen pageant costume.
Miss International Queen. This is what we got. And then you wonder why we give our participation trophies, because that's what we do. We just participate.
Right.
We don't even fucking try. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You gotta be one cocky motherfucker to come up with this costume to go up against the rest of these countries that have a full rich history that go back centuries on top of centuries on top of centuries. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be one cocky motherfucker, boy. Cause you cannot think that you're going up against anything in Asia with this and think you're gonna win the costume contest. I don't even know if it is a costume contest. It might just be hey, we're gonna have costumes for Pageant. I don't know how that works, but yeah. And I never even heard
if 2 weeks ago somebody told you, hey, Lindsay, I bet you $20 that a bitch in a period costume is gonna have more merit than a bitch in a Wonder Woman's costume, you're gonna be like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
And then boom, we see this type shit.
Right. Like, and her cake looked like a picnic table skirt. Like, yeah. All right. What'd you say?
It's reversible.
Right. Like, did the Wonder Woman in the movies even have a polka dot cape?
Yeah, but it was smaller. But it was old Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This ain't the movie Wonder Woman at all. So yeah. And this pageant I had never even heard of until this went viral. But yeah. Good old US of A. So, another thing that went viral this past week is a video, which I'm not gonna play. It's a video of this woman who has 4 kids, and she has 4 kids. She has more than one baby daddy, and apparently she didn't have no food. And so one of her baby daddies came over with McDonald's for his child. He only has one child with the lady. and he came over with food for his child. And so she recorded him pulling up because she's tired of him coming to the house only bringing food for her child, for her only child with him, instead of bringing food for all the kids. And so this sparked a nationwide debate because he was just like, I'm only feeding my kid, them is your kids, that's your obligation. Um, she feels like that's not fair for you to bring food for just one kid because he's going to eat in front of the other kids and all the kids need to eat or all the kids shouldn't eat. So, this, like I said, sparked a nationwide debate. It was all over. Ultimately, I've been seeing reports that it was fake. But I don't know 100% if it's fake or not because I didn't see them say it's fake. I actually saw her do a response video because she got a whole lot of backlash. But a lot of people had opinions about this situation. Who wants to go first with their opinion? Whether it's fake or not, we're gonna act like it's like it's real. So, because I mean, it is a real situation. I have seen memes talk about this before. So, but Ashley, you said you wanted to go first.
Yeah, so I literally just saw that video probably like 2 days ago. And I didn't even know that it went viral like that. Mm-hmm. I was watching it. And after so long, I was like, man, this must be fake. And I ended up turning it off because I'm like, how is this girl really talking about, I don't get food stamps till whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And I don't know, it was just something about it just seemed fake. But if it wasn't, I don't think he has no business. If he want to be a good man and a good, father figure or whatever, cool, but he does not have no responsibility to bring the other kids food too. And he said something that's true as day. Where they daddies at? That's who's supposed to be bringing their food. So, I mean, again, if you want to be a good person and, just that good father figure, then it's cool. Of course, good. Two thumbs up. But I don't feel like he's required. I don't feel like she should have been snapping off on him or none of that, because at the end of the day, you they mama, you responsible for feeding your kids, period. And if he's coming to get his kids, like he said, all right, bring them out to the corner. I'll feed them out here. Like, what you want me to do? Take my kid around the corner? Like, at the end of the day, that's his kid. That's who he's supposed to be feeding. So, no, he's not wrong at all. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Lily? Do you want to go last?
Yeah, let me go last.
Okay, because I saw it in your face. I'm like, yeah, you're going to give us a lot. Yeah. So, I was sent this video right when it first came out, and I was sent specifically for my thoughts. And my thoughts basically was, if he's not messing with her like that, like he's just strictly her baby daddy, they don't fuck around or nothing like that. If that's the case, then he's not obligated to bring nobody food except for his own kid. I feel like if she would have leveled with him and just told him like, hey, I don't get stamps to the 7, I'm broke, can you please? You know what I'm saying? Then it wouldn't have been nothing for him to get, everybody a McDouble off the dollar menu. You know what I'm saying? And then I also looked at it from the standpoint of a kid. If I was a sibling that didn't share the same dad as my sibling that I'm in the house with, and his dad comes over with food for him, and my dad is nowhere to be found, and I'm sitting here and I have to watch my sibling eat, I'm gonna feel some type of way, like mentally and physically, because I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it wouldn't have been that big of a deal for him to buy everybody some food, but you can't come after him like he's obligated to do that, because he's not obligated to do that. And the person that I feel like it was misdirected anger, because the person you should have the smoke for is the other baby daddies that's not nowhere to be found, that's letting their kids go without food. So you had all the smoke for the one that came. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, and especially when you're in a position where you need help, you can't be mad at the person that's actually coming to help. So, yeah. I didn't think that was cool at all. But like I said, like, it wouldn't have been nothing for him to get all the kids something off the dollar menu. You know, now if they was messing around, because I think I saw somebody say that they said that in the video that they was still messing around. Now if they still messing around, and yeah, that's kind of the chick's fault still, because why are you messing with a dude that don't give a fuck about your kids? So yeah. Choose wisely next time, ma'am. But
Yeah.
and then like, you know how many stamps you get, ration that shit out for the whole month. Like, buy shit that can hold. Like, get you a stack pile of ramen noodles and a stack pile of canned goods. That way nobody goes hungry throughout the month. Because yeah, that anyway. So Lily, what are your thoughts?
Okay. All right. So, we all know the video. So I'm not going to get into that. The only thing I'm going to say is, like, if you follow me, I'd wrote on my Facebook, like, this would have been a different outcome if she would have came a different way. Like Lindsay said, like, if she had explained that she didn't get her food stamps until the 16th, and the kids were hungry, before he even, because how the video was is, he does this all the time. So if you know this is gonna happen, why don't you just do that and just avoid that situation? Because even if he was like, fuck them kids over the phone, you'd have just know what I'm saying? Well, just don't bring nobody nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just certain ways you can play that shit.
Yeah. And then we don't know, not to cut you off, but we don't know if it was a need or a want. It sounded like it may have been more of a need, but even if it was a want, like, what if the kid would have called and been like, Daddy, can you bring me some McDonald's? And that's something different too. Like, okay, like, the other kids got food in the house, but my son called specifically for me to bring him some McDonald's. I got time, I got money, I bring the kid McDonald's. That's something different too.
Second thing here. That was the second thing I was gonna say. Like, we never, in this scenario, we don't know if she called and saying your son's hungry, or his son called and said, Daddy, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You don't know what situation this is, because I'm gonna just keep it a buck as a man. If my kid calls me and say, Daddy, I want something to eat, I probably just ask my kid what they want. It wouldn't even cross my mind to be like, who you with?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just ask where you at, and I'm gonna ask what do you want? But that's just me.
Yeah.
And so that whole scenario is crazy, because now he just, like everybody's saying, he's just being a good daddy, and then he's getting browbeat over this shit.
Right.
Third thing I wanted to say, and this is the thing that I want a lot of you women to understand, because a lot of y'all, I love y'all to death, but sometimes y'all be holding imaginary grudges and be imaginarily bitter against niggas for just wanting to be a daddy. Just because he bought everybody McDonald's when y'all were together, don't mean he got to do it again. If y'all can't see eye to eye, he can't see eye to eye with them fucking kids. If that's what a man chooses to do, that's what a man chooses to do. You can't be mad at that man for that. Like he said, where's they daddies?
Right.
He don't have to be stepdaddy no more. Y'all broke up. I don't have to play the role. Some niggas just, it ain't in them. I'm not mad at no nigga that's not, know what I'm saying, to be like, I ain't trying to raise no other man's kids. I respect that. Because at least you saying that.
Right. You being real with yourself.
You said what?
You being real with yourself when you say that.
Yeah.
Because
he's not obligated to do that. And like you said, even if the video is fake or it's not fake, I believe it's fake. But that's just my opinion. But either way it is, bitch, you deserve everything you getting, lady. Like all this backlash you getting. Like I don't know if you thought people was gonna jump on your side, but I'm gonna explain this to y'all. Whoopi Goldberg said this shit a couple years ago, and this shit is the truth. Hey, bitch, chivalry is dead. A lot of niggas ain't gonna go the extra mile for you no more, man.
Right. They really
cut all that shit out. As long as a man is doing what he's supposed to do and taking care of his responsibility, which is his child, hey man, shut the fuck up and sit down. It wouldn't have been nothing. You should have said, hey, thank you, but I got my other kids in here. All this, you get more flies with honey than you do shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's just that was, I mean, it could have went several ways. But she chose violence.
Then she had that stupid ass response with that ugly ass wig on and them weird ass fucking eyebrows, man. Them cum catching eyebrows. Talking about
the what? Wait, what? The what?
Eyelashes,
eyebrows? Right.
Them cum catching eyelashes, man. You know them motherfuckers. Them big ass eyelashes.
Wow.
Nut after these bitches' eyes.
I didn't know that that's what they were called. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not to ever have my eyelashes that long. That.
Exactly, because they're gonna think you take it in the face.
Yeah, we don't want them thoughts.
Just saying, hey, listen, you come on there and then you know, like, you try to make this funky ass explanation. Like, he knew what it was when he met me. He knew I had kids already. So what? Y'all aren't together.
Yeah.
You're failing to realize that y'all not together. And once a man is not with a woman, he doesn't have to do anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
You have is crazy, man. When a man take care of his kid, he's not mandatory to he don't have to take care of you. He just has to take care of his responsibility.
Right. And at the end of the day, the kid that he conceived is his responsibility. Like I said, that's on you if you continue to mess with a dude that ain't messing with your kids. You know. Right. So Ashley, you're frozen. So I'm
messing with his brothers and sisters.
Hold on. Ashley, you're frozen, so I'ma remove you, and then once I remove you, you come back in, okay?
All right.
Son probably hate his brothers and sisters. Son probably over there like, shit, these motherfuckers be talking about I'm ugly because I'm dark skinned, they all light skinned and shit. Yeah, I'm eating McDonald's in their fucking face.
Yeah. I mean, even if they didn't have beef, that could cause beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine if them kids is arguing and be like, well, that's the reason why your daddy don't come over here with McDonald's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that could cause tension between the siblings. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're good now. Yeah, so I don't know. We didn't have that struggle growing up because me and Ashley got the same mama and daddy. But and we was the only ones in the house. Like the rest of our siblings we got different mamas. So I don't know that struggle personally.
I don't know that struggle personally either. Me and my sister that's close in age, we got the same daddy. And shit, if one of us would have called hungry, he wouldn't have got food for either of us. That nigga was a deadbeat.
See, everybody compared going on for him. Huh?
Ain't nobody eating. We couldn't. I wish I would call my daddy and be like, I want some McDonald's. He'd be like, shit, where your mama man at? And hang up. Like, what the fuck?
Oh well. Right, like he the pappy now.
Right.
Mhm.
Shit.
Yeah.
Man, I had a dead beat.
But
Yeah.
yeah, she just went way too hard too on him. Like the way you was out of line. You was just way out of line. Even if you needed food for your other kids, you was just out of line. There's other
Yeah.
ways to ask for it. There's other means. There's other support system, your family and stuff like that. But he ain't obligated. How you gonna go off on this man?
Yeah.
Like
That's
it's
the
just
thing.
like you said. Mhm.
And then there's food pantries. There's especially during the pandemic, there's more food pantries that popped up. So if you like that you about to run out of food before you run out of food, like you could have figured out a way to get your kids some food, man.
All right.
So yeah.
You might as well went off on the neighbor.
Yeah, and then apparently this ain't the first time that he's come over with food for just his kid. So that's what he do. And I'm sure this ain't the first time you have dressed it, because this is just like your way of trying to steer him in, like guilt him into buying food, because you
Right.
said you was gonna expose him, you know. So this ain't the first time, you know, but that ain't what it is, you know. Like this shit went so viral. They was talking about this on the Breakfast Club. And on the Breakfast Club, Angela Yee wasn't there, but Charlamagne and DJ Envy, they were going back and forth about it because they had completely different views on how to handle it. Now both of them are married. They only have kids with their wives. So they haven't had situations specifically like this. But DJ Envy basically was like, I'm only bringing food for my kid, and that's just what it is. Charlamagne was like, that ain't in me to just bring food for the kid, or just to, like, if I call somebody and I'm about to go over their house, I'm gonna ask everybody in the house, do y'all want something to eat? Because that's just me. I ain't gonna have everybody go hungry. He was like, and then furthermore, I'm gonna be petty and I'm gonna bring all the kids something to eat because I want all the kids on my side. Like, I'm the best dad out of the bunch, and the only person that ain't gonna eat is the baby mama, because I'm super petty like that. So they went back and forth about it for a minute. They had people call in and everything about it, but Envy was adamant. He was like, I'm not bringing nobody no food except for my kid. So, which,
What if he keep having kids, keep on and keep on and keep on having? He supposed to keep bringing food for all of them every time she have a new kid. You supposed to go buy the formula too. I mean, like seriously,
yeah,
it gotta. Where does it stop?
I don't get it. I'm one of them people because I agree with Charlamagne and I agree with DJ Envy, and the only reason why is because, like I said, some men are not built that way, and you can't get mad at that. Some men are not built to take care of another man's kids. Some niggas are. You know, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind taking care of another nigga kids. That shit don't bother me. Like, but it's another nigga that gonna be like, man, fuck nah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just out of, you know what I'm saying, perspective of a man. At the end of the day, that's a right he has. Like, this is not, it's not like anything he was doing wasn't wrong. Nothing he did was wrong. He was actually doing what he's supposed to do as a man. Should he have got them kids some shit? Some people gonna say yes. Some people gonna say no. I'm gonna say, do what the fuck you want to do. You don't have to, my nigga. Definitely, if you just like, shit, I got enough for one, then shit, you better split it. If anything, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
All right, who knows what his pockets look like?
Like, nigga, you know how much a fucking, that wasn't no Happy Meal. That was a value meal.
That was a value meal. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people said. That's what a lot of people said in regards to that. And that's the reason why I was like, he could have got everybody something off the value meal, you know, off the dollar menu, you know.
Like, nigga,
But
you want me to get fucking 4 value meals, bitch? You think I'm gonna pay $50 at McDonald's?
yeah, like nobody.
And I'm not even gonna eat. I'm never gonna pay $50 nowhere, and I don't get shit.
Right.
That shit
Right.
shows that up.
Man,
Yeah.
Heck
Yeah, that shit.
Value meals ain't even really value meals no more. Shit.
Right. Exactly. They really not. I remember when my brother was like young. He may have been like in 5th, 6th grade at the time. And we went to McDonald's. And I'm young too. I'm like in my 20s. I'm like in my early 20s. And we went to McDonald's one time, and I was just like, what you want? He telling me a whole number. I was like, hold on. Time out. I said, we gonna get something off this dollar menu. Now I ain't getting no number either. We as in me and you are about to get something off this dollar menu.
Motherfucker talking about I'm on a number 5, no pickles. Nigga, no, nigga.
Man, look,
You about to get this sticker sandwich.
He said a number 11, no cheese. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I was not expecting it. I'm expecting he about to tell me a damn Mighty Kids meal or something. No. That little boy was eating like a grown man. I said, hold on. Now.
That nigga fucked up.
Right. We about to get these burgers off this dollar menu and call it a damn day. I got a good $10 between the both of us. So yeah.
I'm saying you ain't gotta do it. Fuck that.
Yeah. But no. There were some memes, of course, because Black people can't take shit seriously. Let me pull up those memes. Hold on. Hold, please. Yeah. I see them. Hold on. Refresh. There we go. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. I'll share a couple of them. Oh. Once it responds, it'll pull up. But did y'all see any other memes and stuff?
I didn't see no memes.
Yeah, I see. My favorite one was shit. You about to play him now? But it's one with the little boy crying but eating the shit out of burger, and he's like, "How my son will be eating this McDonald's in front of his brothers and sisters? He be upset about it, but he's gonna eat."
Oh wow, yeah. He gonna eat regardless.
Right.
Okay, so this one is a picture of Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey when they was together. And it says, so y'all expect Mariah Carey to buy food for all of Nick Cannon's kids?
For real though. Nigga, that's a whole 100-piece, nigga. You coming up a whole $1 at McDonald's fucking with Nick's kid.
Oh man, that one was hilarious. So next one. The new mixed sibling deluxe.
That's funny.
So this one says the new mixed sibling deluxe. They didn't cut the one burger in fourths. They said for all her kids. Offer good until the 11th.
You know, the funny part about this is I've actually seen this happen in real life. We have actually done that. Like we have split a Big Mac three ways before.
How do
growing up.
you
So
split it 3 ways?
you get okay. So you cut it. Y'all can't see me. I'm acting like I'm high as a motherfucker. I'm acting like y'all can see me. But what y'all do is you just split, like you just take a chunk off here, and then whatever's at the bottom, that's your shit, nigga. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, we did a Big Mac that way before.
Wow.
We all had our hand on it. It was pull, bam. Shared the fries,
But
all
you
that
know
shit.
what? Yeah, but you know what? On a Big Mac though, I can see that being possible because a Big Mac is big.
It used to be. It ain't now. Big Macs ain't shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't eaten meat at McDonald's in years, so I don't eat their burgers at all.
Well, I don't eat McDonald's burgers at all either, but I be seeing niggas with Big Macs. I be like, man, what the fuck? That's a Big Mac?
Right. Yeah, so that's the new McSibling Deluxe. Let's see. Now this one is the McDonald's sign where it says McDonald's over 60 billion served -4.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Is that what Ashley flipping them off? That's funny.
Yeah, that's the one that's supposed to get the McDonald's and mama fucked it up.
Right. That's fucked up.
So yeah. Yeah. Now, I got sent this other video, which I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna give that man no clout. I got sent this other video where this dude did a video with him and his kids. Well, him and his kid and his baby mama other kid. And he initially starts the video off, talking shit, talking about, shoot, I'm just gonna buy food for my kids and we gonna eat McDonald's. Shoot, we gonna eat McDonald's every day. And he's like, eating McDonald's while he's making this video. Then he points the camera to the back seat. And in the back seat is his daughter, and she's eating McDonald's. And so he's asking the questions, and his daughter is answering. His daughter's probably like about 5 or 6. He's just like, yeah, shoot, I did my good deed. I'll pick up my baby mama's son from daycare or whatever, but shoot, that's all I'm gonna do. I ain't buying that kid nothing. Blah, blah, blah. Then he points the camera over to the passenger seat. And it's a little boy in the passenger seat that's not eating anything. And the little boy apparently is his baby mama's other kid. So he picked up the other kid from daycare. Because I guess he picked up both the kids, but he only bought McDonald's for his kid. So they're eating a McDonald's in front of this little boy, and this little boy is just looking like sad. I am hoping this video was fake, but fake or real. I was like, when I watched that video, Rob replied to the person that sent it to me. I was just like, he's ignorant. I was like, this is dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because like, we get it. You're not gonna buy their kids food, but why make a video about it, and why put it in that boy's face, and why and then you put these kids on the internet like this shit is cute. I was like, this shit is whack. So
was that after this situation, this other video went viral?
Yeah, because he was saying it, he was doing the video in response. Yeah. So I was just like, that's whack and ignorant as fuck. But you got people out here that are like that. And I was just like, I just really hope that this response video was fake, because why would you treat a kid like that? Whether the kid is yours or not, whether you feel that way or not, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? And then had the little girl in on it, and the little girl was like, you're going to have to call your daddy to have your daddy bring you some McDonald's too. I was just like, damn, you're like, what? Like, why is this okay?
Wow. So yeah,
man, that nigga daddy got to be a sucker, because if that shit's real, and I see you do my kid like that, man,
beat the brakes off that.
I'm talking about, boy, listen. I pray that I catch you at a McDonald's drive-thru. So everybody eating today, huh, nigga? And I
Right.
just start, I'm gonna fuck you up, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, like legit, because you're ignorant as fuck. Like what? Like why would you think that this video is okay?
Do that
It's
nigga
like it's
like
one thing.
Kane did that nigga on Kane did jumped in that nigga's car, told that nigga, give me all your shit, nigga, and a double with cheese.
Right.
Nigga,
We supposed to be brothers.
man, fuck that shit, nigga. Come up
Right.
off it. Matter of fact, give me this shit. And order me a double with cheese. Can I get a double
What?
with cheese, motherfucker?
With cheese? Are you trying to be funny? Like, give me your shit. So yeah. So that was the viral video that had Black social media in an uproar. So next up, because we didn't do this last week, because last week, was last week. So, so this week, we're gonna go over our top 5 versus battles thus far. Ashley, since you've only seen a couple, what are the 2 that you've seen?
Brandy versus Monica, which I love that one. That one went so hard. It's a lot of them that I wanted to see but missed them. But thanks to you, I was able to see the 2 that I did. And the other one, the second one, of course, Bone versus 3-6. That one, I mean, of course, again, I ain't see the other ones, but that one was epic. That gotta be the top one, because that was just epic. I don't know if anybody else, went that hard in their shit, but yeah, that one was definitely my favorite. My top one out of my 2.
Okay. What did you love about Brady versus Monica?
That I loved all their songs, and I knew them. And they had a lot of hard songs, so I fucked with both of them.
I think the verses hit harder when you do know all the songs.
Right.
Yeah. Who was you, Team Brandy or Team Monica?
Team Brandy.
Yeah, because we grew up together and it would have been the other way. So, because we was a Brandy household.
Brandy just has just more shit that was just hit my soul. I don't know. I mean, Monica just had a lot of sad, like, love songs. Brandy, she had love songs too, but it was just I don't know. It was something about Brandy's songs was just more. I don't know. Maybe it was the beats. But...
Yeah, I got on a lot of people's nerves on Facebook in regards to the Brandy versus Monica. And I did that on purpose. I'm not gonna front. Cause I'll make a post, 1 or 2 posts. But then I saw this one particular person make a post about how people make posts about verses. So I went ham just to irritate that one person. And I was like, if you don't like it, unfriend me. And that person didn't unfriend me. So it was what it was. So Lily, what is your top 5?
All right, number 5 would be, because I like the terrible ones too.
Yeah.
Me too. So my number 5 would be Babyface and Teddy Riley.
Mm-hmm.
My 4 would be Rick Ross and 2 Chainz, because it was a low vibe, but those was real slap they was playing.
Mm-hmm.
3 would be Too Short, E40. That was a bang.
Oh, I did see that one. I did. That was hard.
That was a banger. Number 2, Bone Thugs, 3-6 Mafia. That shit was epic. And I still can't get over my girl thinking that nigga Busy Bone is Chinese. She kept saying, "What's wrong with that little Asian dude?" That shit had me fucking dying.
Bless her heart.
Man, that shit was crazy. My top of all of the food chain is the Locks versus Dipset, because I knew the Locks was gonna win, but I didn't know it was gonna be like a phenomenal win this way. I just thought bar for bar they were lyrically better. I knew Dipset had hits, but they didn't have like hits from 20 years worth. You know.
Yeah.
I just didn't know they was gonna go out there like that, and I didn't know Jadakiss was gonna turn into fucking Superman, and like so that's my number one, because it was like that was a brutal beat. That was like watching Tyson fight Bruno. Like you thought this was gonna be a good fight, and you realized quickly this nigga about to be fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got my honorable mention, because I got one honorable mention.
Okay.
Is Snoop Dogg and DMX.
Okay.
I thought that was fly.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say honorable mention. I have a couple of honorable mentions. For me, it was Locks and Dipset. Those were honorable mentions. Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown were honorable mention. And I would say Soulja Boy and Bow Wow was an honorable mention. And then
I didn't even put that shit up there. I thought about that shit and I was like, nah, that was stupid.
Yeah. No, because I look at viral moments too. You know, they had some really good viral moments, and you know, Soulja Boy is funny. Soulja Boy and Ray J are funny when they try to be serious. They are hilarious. Cause Soulja Boy was dead ass, you know, but he's hilarious. Ashanti and Keisha Cole was an honorable mention, just on the strength of the catalog. You know, the catalog, like you cannot deny their catalog, both of them. Because I'm not even that big of a Ashanti fan, but you can't deny her catalog. Yeah. And I would say E40 and Too Short was an honorable mention too. They're like
honorable mention for you. Oh, your top 5 must be hard as fuck.
Yeah, I went back and forth about this being an honorable mention, but yeah, because we're doing top 5 and not top 6, I have to put that as an honorable mention. Okay. So my top 5, I would say 5 is Babyface and Teddy Riley. I think that blew the doors off of Verzuz for me.
That was kind of like, if you thought about what they were going to play and what Teddy could have, you know what I'm saying, with all that technical difficulty shit, what he could have played.
Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that Babyface was over it, that shit was funny. He was over it both times. So I thought that was a 5. I would say Brandy versus Monica would be my 4. Brandy's catalog alone is just amazing. Monica, she I'm not that big of a Monica music fan. She has a couple of albums where they're like classics, and then the rest of them is like ratchet shit. And yeah, so
Monica gives problematic women something to talk about.
Yeah. I can give you that. But it was a really good Verzuz. It was very polished, you know, very well put together. You can tell that people spent some money on that one. People took time and effort to put that one together. And on top of that, they had beef. that they had to reconcile, and they reconciled it like right before they went live. So that made it that much more monumental. Um, I would say the next one would be Mario versus Omarion. For obvious reasons. That one was pretty huge. It was pretty.
That was huge. That was
a
debacle, man.
Yeah, yeah, and just like how you feel about the Locks versus Dipset is how I feel about Mario versus Omarion. Like I knew Mario was gonna win. I'm a big first album Mario fan. Like I'm a fan, period, but I'm a huge first album Mario fan. So I knew he was gonna win, but nobody expected for him to lose the way that Omarion lost. Cause I didn't think it was because like when we went through it last week on paper, he didn't lose as bad as he did live. Like he may have won one round live. You know what I'm saying? And now what Verzuz is turned into, the live aspect is definitely a part of it. The next one is Snoop versus DMX. The Snoop versus DMX, excuse me, I watched like 3 times. That was so huge for me. And I'm a big Snoop and I'm a big DMX fan prior to his passing, RIP to DMX. But yeah, that was huge for me. And then my number one, of course, is Bone versus 3 6. So
I knew that was your number one. That
yeah,
was no
like,
point.
yeah, like it would have probably been Snoop and DMX. I think it was Snoop and DMX before Bone and 3 6 had theirs.
Yeah,
because I love theirs that much. But Bone versus 3 6, that was a big one. Even outside of me being a fanatic, that was a big one. You know, so
yeah, that was some shit. Like,
yeah,
that was something that almost didn't happen right there.
Right. So, and we knew, and like to be honest, the way that Verzuz is set up, you should have known that eventually one of these verses would turn like that, because everybody can't take what you say as a joke, and there's always somebody that's going to take the joke too far. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Argument, but yeah.
At the end of the day, this is how we going to end it. Listen, fellas, if you joking, don't you ever tell a nigga to suck your dick.
Period. Because the joke's over. Ain't nobody about to laugh that shit off. So, but anyway, yeah, that's my top 5. So, moving on, to the fucked up song of the week. So the fucked up song is brought to us by Mr. Robert Kelly, inmate 57439. So, it is a 90s hit that was a big hit actually. It's the Download remix, and I think this debuted Mr. Big, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken,
it might have.
Yeah. So yeah, hold on, let me see. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull up the lyrics. Let me go to Apple Music.
What who is going to be narrating this song today?
I mean, do you want to?
No, I'm saying like you. I told you we're gonna start doing characters because that Maya Angelou shit was dope.
Yeah, but I can't do a Maya Angelou voice like Bree.
I mean, you just have to have the distinction. I mean, but whatever character, like you want to do, I'll do Maya. Fuck it.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you then. Do you
I got the lyrics right here.
you got it for the remix?
Is this
Because
the remix?
the remix got different, and I chose the remix specifically for something he says
That's
in
the
the.
one with shit. Yeah, send me yours. I might have it, but send me yours.
Okay. Uh, hopefully you can see it because I gotta send it in Apple Music because it's not on Genius. So hold on. Share.
This the one where he was like, Don Perignon and is what we should be. Okay, I got that.
Okay. So I like stuff front. He's in the back. That part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you got it, then yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Down Low, narrated by Maya Angelou.
It's the remix.
The remix.
Yeah, because the remix got different lyrics. So.
Okay. So Down Low by R. Kelly. Down low. Down low. Down low. Down low. Down low, my child. Down low. Down low. Down low. You say you want me, but he needs you, baby. Tell me, what am I going to do about this freaking threesome love affair? Beloved, if Mr. Biggs comes in and catches us, oh my goodness, he'll be freaked when looking at your jiggle. In the air, something about the way you switch those hips when you're with him looking at me. I can't believe he trusts us like he do. Bloomingdale's and all that shopping, taking trips. While I was knocking, ain't no secret why I'd end up loving you, dear. The chorus, down low, my child, keep it down low, gotta keep it on the down low, sweet Lord, creeping on the down low, nobody has to know. All right, so verse 1 in the chorus, man. What do y'all feel about that?
First off, what you saying, my child, takes it to a whole nother fucked up level.
Man, like you gotta rethink what he was talking about there.
Right. Like, golly. All right. Yeah.
Sex addict, I mean, he's a sex addict.
Yeah.
And man, it just goes to show you can't trust everybody around your bride, man.
No, you absolutely cannot. Yeah. Because I believe the way that the story went, as far as the video is concerned, that R. Kelly worked for Mr. Big. And yeah, and Garcelle Bouvet was the love interest in the video, and she was with Mr. Big, but she was messing with R. Kelly. Like R. Kelly was like the one that was like assigned to like, you know, keep her occupied, like take her around and shit like that, and then they ended up messing around with one another. Because like Mr. Big was like this big dude of this organization, and he had this young little thing that was getting restless. And so while he's like handling business, she's like, "Oh, I need some time." So he was just like, R. Kelly handled her. And he handled her all right.
Yeah.
He sniped
So
him.
yeah. So it's kind of fucked up. And then like at first they was just smashing, but then he turned into um falling in love with her.
Yeah, like a dummy.
Yeah. So
So that verse, yeah. Second verse. Secret lovers, undercover on the DL, creeping in the back of his Mercedes every night. Answers the phone when he goes home and let him know that everything is okay. Sweetness, oh baby, it's damn getting tight. Passing blunts to one another on 35th Street as you reminisce and tell me what he used to do for you. You making plans to be with me while he's at home. Met you at college. If you want me, baby, this is what we do. Chorus, down low, down low. Gotta keep it on the down low, down low. Lovely creeping on the down low, down low. Gotta keep it on the down low, the down low. Don Perignon is what we're sipping while we're tripping on the fact that he's not here. It turns us on in every way, precious. You say you stashed away some money for us when you leaving. Oh Lord, tell me, will I live to see another day? See another day. I tried my best to walk away, but every time I think about that sweetness, love you're giving me, child, I hesitate. He's out the front, I'm in the back. I locks the front, he's in the back. And I'll be damned, the silly bitch is screaming rape. Down low, down low. Yeah, that's what I get for that down low shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Down low. That's what I keep telling myself. Down low, down low. Out of every woman in the world, the down low, Lord, the down low. That's what I get for the down low. Down low, down low. Oh yeah, down low, down low. Don't be thinking you can keep creeping. Down low, down low. What do y'all get so far?
he was basically telling us that he's a predator in this song. Basically why that last sentence in the third verse is why I picked this song for the fucked up song, because obviously we were talking about R. Kelly, but the silly bitch is screaming rape. That always stood out to me back when the song came out, because like the shit came out when we was in elementary, but it stands out even more so now with all the shit that's come out. He basically was telling us he wasn't doing this shit by himself. They was tag teaming bitches like, and we just let the shit ride because they had a good beat. But he basically was telling us what the fuck was going on.
Yep.
What's your thoughts, Ash?
Well, I'm glad he said that's what he get, because you sure right about that.
Right.
He said it. He hit it right on the nose on that last part. That's what happens when you creep around and sleep around with somebody else's chick, y'all fucking and sucking blunts, hitting blunts and shit all in his car. It was eventually gonna come out, so I'm glad. Hey, that's that's exactly what you get for creeping around.
Yeah.
Word to everybody else, all the creepers out there.
Yeah. That too. What are your thoughts, Lily?
Shit, I just believe the song is about a man that he take way too many risks, like, and he does, and they're not calculated, and he thinks with his dick instead of like mentally processing what the fuck is going on. The character in the song mixed business with pleasure. You never you don't eat where you shit at.
Facts.
And that's what he did.
Facts. Yeah. It's kind of what happened in first season of Power. With I said it's kind of what happened with the first season of Power. With Ghost's wife. You haven't watched Power, have you?
Yeah, I ain't never watched that shit.
Yeah.
Empire and Power is two things I've never watched.
Yeah, and I watched them both. But yeah.
Nothing against Power. I just never got around to watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good show.
I would recommend like Game of Thrones. It took me to Game of Thrones was over to even look at the first episode.
It wasn't over by the time I looked at it, but by the time I finished it, it was like a couple of episodes from the series finale. So it took me a long time for me to start though.
Yeah, it's just gonna be one of them. Power gonna be one of them things like The Wire to me. Like I didn't get to watch The Wire because I didn't have cable when growing up. When The Wire was over and I was grown, I watched all that shit.
I still haven't watched one episode of The Wire.
You gonna love it.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing about how amazing it is.
You gonna like that.
Yeah, but with Power, I didn't start watching Power till season 4. Like I binged it. By the time I got done, season 4 was like about to end. So, and I remember talking to people about it that had been watching it since day one, and they forgetting stuff. And I'm like, I had to tell them like, hey, I just binged this. Like I just finished binging this like a week ago. This shit is fresh in my head. Like, don't debate me on this. But
the only time I've watched Power, I've caught a couple episodes during the season, just being over my brother's house and being around people. Every time I watched it, I always seen that white boy handling the business. So I just was like, shit, dude, that white boy tough as a motherfucker on this show.
Oh yeah.
Good old Tommy.
Yeah. Tommy, yeah. He is, but he's not the brains. You got to have brains and muscle. He's more the muscle. Even though Ghost is muscle in his own, but Tommy had issues that would get in the way. Because he had brains too, but if you were to assign somebody the brains and assign somebody the muscle, he would be the muscle and Ghost would be the brains. But
I'll eventually get to watching it.
Huh?
I said I'll eventually get to watching that shit.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. I think with Power, the internet made it even better. Like with people like tweeting about it and stuff like that. Sometimes they make the show better when you tweet about it or watch it live.
Yeah, because I never watched it, and I know Ghost Son's a piece of shit, and I just know it from the memes.
And me, I'm like one of the only people during the first series that was on his son's side. Because ultimately it was all Ghost. Everything was Ghost's fault. That's how I feel, including the way his son turned out. That was Ghost's fault. But that's another podcast for another day. Once you finally get to watch Power.
Right.
But yeah. So that was R. Kelly on the down low. We're not. I don't foresee us making a habit of R. Kelly songs, but I felt like it was
No.
kind of appropriate. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it was a little appropriate for given what just happened. And especially with what the fuck he was saying in that song, because geez, Louise, that is like a prime example of him basically like dancing in our faces this bullshit that he was doing. So
Now this silly bitch is screaming rape.
yeah. Yeah, that's why I was adamant for the remix because I'm like, there's a line that makes all of this appropriate. But yeah. So Ashley, do you have any final thoughts?
Nope.
Yeah. Before we get to your Jerry's final thought, since we did talk about verses, just want to get y'all opinion on this. Because verses was, birth out of the pandemic. So do y'all feel like because we're kind of like we're on the other side of the pandemic, even though it is not over, people. It is far from being over. But America is acting like it's over. So, do you feel like versus is still appropriate, or not necessarily appropriate, but needed?
I do because I'm always adamant of us keeping our artists relevant. I say it all the time. I'll be like, man, the fucked up thing about music is it's so many black great songwriters, but we don't know them. You know what I'm saying? But yet and still, you'll have somebody like U2 or Guns N' Roses or a white group like that still able to sell out arenas to this day, and they had an album in 40 years.
True.
So
True.
I do think verse is relevant because it gives us the ones that some people forgot about. It brings them back into light. It gives them the bag, and it gives them more opportunities to tour and continue to do what they were blessed and talented to do.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Ashley, do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily needed per se. I think it is entertainment. It is fun to watch. I think it could turn out to be, controversial, just, depending on the people they put together. It could turn negative, you know what I mean? But more so, I think of it as entertainment and it's fun to watch. So I hope they got more people coming for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's good for nostalgia, and it does bring people to the forefront that you may have forgotten about. And you're absolutely correct. Like them white acts, they can still tour and they ain't put out shit in 20, 30 years. I think it gave a resurgence of the yesteryear for black artists to be able to come back out and tour again. You know what I'm saying? And get more than just the little pennies that they try to throw yesterday's artists.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm high, So it does allow them to capitalize on the moment. So that's dope. What I don't like is I don't know how bad this is gonna sound, but it just is what it is. I don't like the idea of starting to incorporate other ethnicities into the versus atmosphere because there a couple of days ago there was this I saw this fan made flyer of Justin Timberlake versus Robin Thicke. Now, even though they do black music, me personally, I like the idea of it being forced bias. So even though I'm a fan of both artists, I have patronized both artists. I don't want to see them on verses at any like between each other or between anyone else. I don't want to see them on Versus because I do like the whole for us by us format.
Yep.
I can see that. I can see that, but then I can see um Timberlake and excuse me, I can see Timberland and Swiss Beats not looking at it that way. You know.
Yeah, especially Timberland because I mean that's Timberlake is practically Timberlake's artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that they've had talks with him about doing it. They just don't know who he would go up against.
Because it's hard to put him up against anybody.
Right.
Because of the onslaught of hits he has in different genres.
Right. Because if you get into that NSYNC bag, it's a rap. And then you're gonna bring a whole nother demographic of patronizers to Versus.
Yeah.
So they'll probably break that. They'll probably break Instagram, like how Babyface and Teddy Riley broke Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. Whoever they put Justin Timberlake against, if he get into his NSYNC bag and pull out Gone, that really got they black audience, that's a number one knockout blow.
Anything honestly off of that album, they played on BET. So yes, you're 1000% correct. If they pull out Gone, he's gonna pull out Gone. But if they pull out anything off of that album,
whatever song goes up against that it's an automatic loss.
I'm gonna do a throwaway song. I'm not even gonna hit you with anything that I got in my arsenal because I'm not even gonna try to fight against Gone. You know what I'm saying? That's one song you're most definitely gonna win that round on fucking with me. Like
that nigga. When I seen that fan art, I was like, nigga, Robin Thicke ain't nearly good. He doesn't have the catalog for this.
But I get it because it's like it's the white artist against the white artist
trying to sound black. Music. He's better off going against Eminem.
Yes, right. Right.
We gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
at least they legitimate they had legitimate beef. Because Eminem didn't like boy bands back in the day.
Right, absolutely.
So they can go hit after hit, and it'll be debatable.
Yeah, but like, and then on top of that, Robin Thicke never did pop for real, even with the early stuff. Like when he still had long hair, his stuff wasn't pop. So it's not a fair matchup in regards to that, but I get why they did it because it's the white artists against the white artists that do black music.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I like the for us by us format. So, yeah. But yeah. But anywho, I guess that's my final thought. So, what's Jerry's final thought?
I'll just my final thought would be what's going on in current times. I want to wish everybody a safe and happy 4th of July. I want you to enjoy yourself, have a great celebration, enjoy your loved ones, watch your babies, make sure they don't get themselves hurt. This around this time last year, it would have been my daughter's first time in a belly listening to fireworks, and so like I tried to make it elaborate, and at that moment I realized she didn't like noise because she was she was tossing and turning and didn't like that. But it was a great time, and it's a fond memory of mine. I want people to have a fond memory of this weekend and of your time with your children, because life is short and you never know what could happen. And as always, be kind to yourself and others.
All right. That's a great way to end episode 51. Thank you for sharing that with us. You know,
No
so
problem.
that is the History Talk, episode 51, and we see you guys on episode 52. Bye.
Exactly.